Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today, we're going to have your soulmate love story, who they are, when you'll meet, perspective countries or origins they may be from. Last night, I developed a deck with countries on it because I had somebody ask me, Melanie, is there any way I can get a hold of a deck that has countries or continents on it? I looked through everything. I saw nothing, so I created a deck last night with this. You guys, I'll probably put it in my Etsy store as well if you'd like to check it out. At the end, I'll just do a quick flip through so you can see what they look like. It makes a lot of sense because in some decks, there'll be one or two things that hint at an area, but I have yet to discover a deck that is solely countries and continents. So we'll be using that too in any other kind of juicy details we can get. So we're going to be using the gorgeous Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and we're going to use that for our choices right now. So we have three choices. Listening is number 1, enchantment is number 2, and love is number 3. So I will let you take a deep breath, relax, and make your choice. And then we'll see what is coming up for you guys. It's very exciting. Okay, I'm just going to clear the air. Use my tuning fork. Okay. So if you chose number 1, this is a reminder, like in this crazy modern age, more and more emphasis is placed on the role of speaking out. You know what I mean? But it's like a few people take the time to truly give themselves to practice the forgotten art of listening to one another. You can see it at restaurants, you can see it in your class, you can see it at your job, right? People are almost leaning and chomping at the bit to respond, but when you're doing that, how are you able to absorb what's being said when you're just waiting to speak? And a lot of young people do that just because they want to express themselves, but we get such a deeper meaning and grasp about what's going on when we actually listen, right? There's wisdom that comes from our heart and our connection to the other person when we really listening. So, that old proverb, from listening comes wisdom. Absolutely. Have you ever been introduced to like 4 or 5 people and you don't remember any of their names because you weren't really focused and listening in, right? I'm terrible with names. I do a focused intention now when I'm introduced to people and given details on them because it's important. So in addition to listening to others, this intimate art develops a willingness to listen within, the ever-present forces of the conscious and our soul, right? There's no place for loneliness when we allow ourselves to truly listen to our inner wisdom, because our higher power is always going to urge us to be open, responsive, and present to our approach of life so we feel restful, we feel at ease. And in this new climate of love coming in, we can take our time and we don't have a sense of urgency and we're not, chomping at the bit and where are they, and all of that sort of thing. We're just relaxed in the process. So let's see what zodiac signs are possible for you guys too. I'm going to do 2 in each thing, 2 countries, 2 zodiac. So we have a possible Leo or Libra. Very beautiful. Leos are a lovely fire sign. They are very charged up, motivated. I feel like they are the most charming sign when it comes to personalities. They really observe people and nuances about them, and they're a sunny kind of auric entity. I mean, when they come in a room, you recognize a Leo, and they like to be seen and they like to be heard. And I feel like they're very demonstrative, but not in a showy, obnoxious way. It's very kind of sweet and authentic. And they really do like people, and they like learning as well. Very, very smart sign there. And Libra, again, Libras, I love them for their even-keeled attitude. I mean, they really do weigh the pros and cons of things. They really are kind of methodical in their approach to things. I always feel like they're the most even-tempered and balanced of the signs. Every Libra I've ever met has always absorbed what is going on. That's why this listening card is so great. Always absorbed what's going on and then moved forward with a kind of slow emotional intelligence to gauge what's going on. So firstly, we're going to pull some cards, some of these beautiful cards, to see what possibilities may be. So we have a Lord. Oh, so you have somebody that's high up in society, a journey, very beautiful, and a home. So this person Wow, that's coming in. It has a very stately home. This person might have like a big southern estate. They might have a big English castle, something like that. This person is very elevated. They have been in journeys to several countries. They probably speak quite a few languages. They're very elevated in society, maybe due to birth. It's just one of those people, if they're not like an actual lord in society, you know, if they're over in the US, they may be like a governor, a mayor, somebody where they are well revered by society. I also see a very stately home. And again, you will go on many travels with them. Let's see what they're possible. Oh my gosh. So India and USA could be their places of origin. So these are the cards that I was talking about. I made them last night, and I have continents, countries, and I just did them randomly so I could have like messages that go with it, because when they're under hearts, when they're under clubs, again, I'm hearing from this, you know, that they are very earthy, very grounded, very sound reasoning people, excellent at business. Great at thinking. You know, diamonds I always think of as swords and thinking and thoughts, new beginnings. This person definitely, I don't know why athleticism keeps coming in. I feel like they might play polo. I feel like that they like soccer. They like a whole bunch of sports that keep them very fit. And again, beautiful, polished, elevated person as well. Oh, I really love that. So let's see what the tarot has to say for us right now too. Okay, and I'm using the beautiful Shadowscapes Tarot, which is one of the most remarkable decks I've ever seen. So let's see what we have coming in. Ace of Cups. Wow. So again, new beginnings, wonderful. You know what, this person, I feel like they've inherited money, but I feel like they have some, they play some part in government, I feel like, or law. So we also have King of Swords. Again, all this elevation, this person really is, you know, they have such a presence when they walk in the room, very regal, great bearing, great posture, not like obnoxious or condescending, just to the manner born, you know what I mean? They have had that lifestyle. That is what they're accustomed to. They like to be well revered, but they are not snobbish in any way. It's like they've seen so much of the world that their spirituality really puts them in touch with everybody, and that energetic exchange is what matters to them, not somebody's socioeconomic background or anything like that. What's really important is who these people are, you know. Let me get to shuffling a little bit more so we can get some time dates on this. I'm such a good shuffler. I'm like, I love when my cards are new, but they really sort of, all right, so 5. So we're looking at 5 months for this. So let's see. I'm starting in November. So we're thinking about March. You know, this is early spring due to the fact that it's almost Halloween. So I hope you guys have your costumes and you're all excited. So again, so we have 5 months. Again, very elevated individual. These can also be, I definitely feel like, countries of origin and or places that they are currently living. Again, lordly, beautiful estate home. Traveled. This is sort of where their spirituality and their elevated sense of self is because they have traveled to so many places. And when people see other cultures, they really get a greater sense of the world, of spirituality, of humanitarianism, all of that. So a great outlook on everything, very caring, very well dressed. I'm hearing, you know, the fabrics, the way they are pulled together, but just because of their professionalism, they look extremely well groomed as well. Again, Leo and Libra, so the double L. So very beautiful. I love that. So start to look out for your synchronicities and your clues, because they are going to start to pick up. I always feel like when we're in with 6 months of this connection, that there's very high synchronistic numbers, animals, electricity, symbols, everything starts to pop up for you. So beautiful energy, group 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below if you need a private reading, you want more details. If you want to go to my Etsy store and see any of my handcrafted goodies, my Patreon channel, any of those things, I do reviews over there for the public if you just want to check on. So I do deck reviews and some tutorials and things like that. So love and light. So next we're on to enchantment. And I love that word, enchantment. So let's see what is happening with that. So I feel like enchantment is meaning, the presence of this can delight, and it also calls for strength of character to discern wise decisions as opposed to superficial whims. So that's something we kind of have to look out for right now, like great expenditures just for superficiality, or or do we want to really put in the time and determination to find out if something is a wise investment, a wise decision, all of that, because only you can determine whether you have been bestowed with a blessing to enjoy, or you're in danger of being swept away by a tide of like unconscious desire and conditioned responses. I am absolutely guilty of this myself. Oftentimes I'll just go on Amazon if I'm feeling a little low. I'm like, oh, it'd look better if I had this or I had that, and I'll start adding to collections, and it's just things, but it is like a temporary little kind of conditioned high of, oh yay, I'm going to have something new coming in the mail. But I always have to ask myself now, do you really need this? Especially when it comes to certain things that I've acquired a lot of, right? Like I really collect crystals and beads and everything for my jewelry, but I get to a point where I'm like, you need to turn these beads into pieces before you purchase more. Things like that. It can be just a conditioned response, wanting more and more and more, right? So we have to be careful. So we really have to make sure we're not under the enchantment of the idea of something. Remember the far-sighted plan, right? Do you want a bunch of things and no money, or would you like to have money to have choices in the future, that sort of thing? So let's really delve in and see what some of the cues and clues are about your soulmate that's coming in. I love these little gypsy oracle cards. I think they're so wonderful, and they're really, really cute. So we have fortune. So you do have good fortune coming. I feel like oftentimes when our soulmate is coming in, cheerfulness, sights, you're going to be seeing some things, and friend. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. So you have a series of really fortunate things coming in with this soulmate as well. And I feel like your friend is actually going to be the person that introduced you into this person. And or you could be traveling somewhere and that's where you meet them through a friend. A friend suggests something. You're at a friend's home over the holidays. This is a guest that comes to dinner or comes in. Obviously, it is a gathering where people are having great get-togethers. You're feeling really good. You're feeling social, warm. And one of the things that can alleviate any stressors when it comes to social gatherings is don't feel the need to have to entertain or partake in every conversation. People really require listening at these junctures. And sometimes it's a lot more restful to just sit back and listen to people's stories, listen to their adventures, and take it easy. It's almost like a vacation. You don't have to try. You don't have to try to be witty or entertaining. You can simply absorb it all in because people love to share their stories. So if you want to just be in a lovely, restful state, you can sit back. You also do have good fortune and money coming with this. I feel like this is kind of a tidal wave of everything for you, a karmic reward. When your soulmate comes in, you're elevated. You're feeling good, therefore you have all of this kind of beautiful energy that's coming in. So let's see where they can have their backgrounds can be from Norway, France. So their descendants, they could be descendants of people that are French and also Norwegian, or they could be in these actual countries and or visiting here. But these can definitely, and remember this is for a collective, so it could just be part and parcel, it could be a percentage. They could be 25% Norwegian and have other things, but this is sort of what they identify with, and their relatives and their lineage can hail back to these places. So we have Norway and France. I'm so excited I made these cards because I was looking through everything and I saw nothing with continents and countries. And I was like, you know what, let's get on this and do this. So let's see too, let's try to get some times. Let's get some ideas about what's coming on with the tarot. I really love this. So I feel like there will be sightseeing and trips for you in the near future as well that you'll be definitely out there exploring. Before I flip these over, I want to remember and get their zodiac signs because the cat was about to jump up, so I took everything off of here. So we have a possible Scorpio and Taurus. Very nice. So, we have somebody that's can be very exacting, very smart, very witty, very motivated. Somebody very homey, earthy, calm. They like beautiful things. Taurus are very, I love the Taurus energy. They're very smooth. They're very quiet. They're very calm. But super strong, so independent, so amazing. Where these people, you can put them in the mix, they can figure things out. They're utter geniuses when it comes to figuring out the schematic of a social plan, all of that. Really, really clever. So I'm loving that. So possible Taurus, loving earth signs. And they can also just have a ton of earth in their chart. That's depending too. So let's see what is going on. Let me move these because I see the cat totally hairy eyeballing everything right now. And I'm like, no. So 6 months, it's looking like very beautiful. Good social atmosphere. A lot of great things coming in. Okay, now this particular person, I'm loving this. Okay, so we're thinking about this looks like a 6 months time period. This looks a very highly sociable time for you where you're just out kind of just in your natural kind of daily thing, doing things, and you're just feeling good and you feel like people are responsive to your ideas. You're starting to feel elevated. You're starting to feel clear. You're feeling good about life, your life path purpose, because you're realizing now you're not in a rush. I'm really feeling like this with your Queen of Swords energy, that you're you're forced to be reckoned with. Intellectually, you're just like sitting back and listening and taking in all these beautiful clues and synchronicities and everything about the world. And you feel sedate and calm and really, really good. And you're preparing in a great way. So let's see what's part of their personality too. Again, these people, they're very, wow. They're very optimistic and they're actually master manifestors because what they do is they first recognize, well, what is it I want? And they'll do this one thing at a time. They will put their utter focus and determined effort behind it. That will be the only thing they focus on, follow through, and then they get what they want. Whether it's abundance, I already feel like there's very good money involved in their background. They save, they know how to acquire money. They've been very successful in business. I feel like, again, a lot of these people are in the medical field or I'm feeling like they're contractors, builders. They have stuff to do with real estate. I'm getting that feeling as well, but very social, very charming. And again, they just go out, they don't wear the world so heavily. They realize, life is to be enjoyed. So these people really, they love cultured events as well as just a good old barbecue. Like they really like to go out and do things. And I feel like they have traveled, they have experienced things in the world. So, you can take them anywhere. And they really have their act together. But I definitely feel that, these are beautiful countries of origin. I love me some Norwegians. I have, that's in my heritage as well. I feel like they're very practical, simplified, healthy people. It's one of their things where I love the whole Scandinavian spectrum. I just feel like I love snow and ice and wood and reindeer and just really simplistic living. Again, very cheerful. This person's going to bring really good cheer into your life, abundance. You'll probably meet through a friend and you're going to be seeing some really neat sights. I feel like you're coming out of your cocoon and you really want to go experience life on a grander scale, and you'll be doing that. So I love that for you. Again, 6 months, very beautiful energy group too. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. I just see Winter like eyeballing this, like she wants to wipe out everything. Love and light to you guys. Now we're on to number 3, which is love. I'm so funny when I do these reads. It's like I have to protect all the decks and put them aside because I've had the cats jump up on them and they wipe out. If any of you guys are readers, you know what it's like when a cat thinks they have a smooth landing and then all of a sudden they take the whole deck out and the whole altar, because that's what they do. So this means it may be your time to powerfully give or receive love right now, to forgive someone or overcome issues from the past, where there might have been hurt and disappointment. Love really invites you to leave judgment and prejudice at the door. Let her warming rays come through you. Don't let the moment pass if you're given an opportunity to, do things differently by expressing love in some way. No matter how small, love is really wanting you to dissolve barriers and let in all the magic. And all obstacles can be transcended because where love is present, there's no conditions or agendas, right? That means all things can become possible and miracles really can happen. You know, I found that out too. If I'm ever like in a car and somebody, you look over and they just have this sour face and you just smile at them, they'll let you in. It changes the energy of the exchange. Love really is one of those things where it sets some beautiful conditions. So let's see, we're going to get some little nuances, and I'm going to pull the countries of origin. I'm so glad I made these. I was like, okay, so we have Ireland and Canada. Very interesting. So again, this could be this individual's lineage. They could have an Irish accent. They could be residing in these countries, visiting. You could be visiting these countries. This is a strong indicator of their lineage. I love that. I love Irish people, and I love Canadians. It's crazy. It's like I always find them so warm, welcoming, and they really are just so charming and earthy and unbelievably friendly. Canadians laid back, just beautiful. I mean, I just feel like they have the best kind of demeanors about them. Like they're not hurried, worried, sour. They're like lovely and warm and like, whatever, man, we got this. We don't have to freak out. So I'm loving that for you. Comment down below if you have met anybody recently with that, because I'm going to get your times and dates and everything. So let's see what's going on. Priest. Thought. So you could meet this person through your church. This could be also a past life soul companion. That's what I'm feeling even more so, that it's almost like someone that you went to chapel with back, I mean, in the day, like Rome, way back, with a soul connection, and the priest introduced you, and that's how you began one of your life's thoughts. It's one of those things you have to look through it with ancient eyes and really feel it, because this is an old soulmate companion from hundreds and hundreds of years ago, definitely. Okay, so service. So this person right now, they may be in some sort of unique service. You can meet them in such a strange way. They could just be temporarily like Uber driving. This could be somebody who's a concierge at a hotel. This could be somebody who is in any form of service, but they've acquired a level of excellence where they're like the top notch. You know, I'm feeling a lot of concierge. I'm feeling a lot of people, a head chef, somebody who is seating people at a restaurant, somebody who works as a barista, somebody who they just form some jobs of service where they're kind of like really in the public eye, and it's like, wow, you just when you see them. Or this could be their immediate past. So they have this beautiful, calm, every day, every man, every woman attitude about them, where, you know, they get on with everybody because they've seen everything. You know what I mean? That type of thing where they have no prejudicials about anything, because they're very earthy and they're very grounded. Again, the consolation, something's going to come to you. I feel like if you've had a hardship recently with health or something, you're going to get a beautiful consolation through angels and spirit, where you feel better, you feel lifted, you feel protected and guided. So this is also saying, you know, have a little pause and maybe just a little couple-minute meditation, so you get grounded, and you're going to start to notice the synchronicities, because you're going to start to this connection can be of this lifetime and next. It can be somebody that you have met in chapels and churches in your past life soul connection, somebody that brings you together that's actually in one of your churches. Somebody, it's funny because my sister Holly, her husband was going to be a priest, and then he dropped out of the church to marry her. So that's really interesting. That could also be something that's happening. And as we know, it's like there's a big connection with that right there. So I want to see also what's going on in terms of zodiac signs for you. Okay. So we have a Cancer and Pisces. Beautiful. Cancers are very deep, rich thinkers. They're very theatrical in certain ways. Like they create these beautiful moments. They really can enrich a scenario because they're deep thinkers. They're very romantic. Again, they're very sensitive though, so we do have to be careful how we speak to them, because they think so deeply and feel so deeply. And you know, they're one of the most kind-hearted, gentle of the Both my father and my daughter are Cancers. Very gentle, gentle people, but very ancient wisdom, like ingrained in their soul. It's amazing. I've never met a Cancer where I haven't been like, whoa, this person is really deep. Pisces as well. Pisces is one of the most magical signs to me. They're so multifaceted. They're so strong. My mother was a Pisces. I couldn't believe the things she could accomplish, do, and resolve with our huge family and all the kind of unique, awesome life that she created for us. Amazing. Loved nature, loved gardening. I see Winter trying to come up here. Really, really beautiful. So let's see what's going on in terms of tarot, and we'll try to get some times and all this other stuff. So beautiful. This is because your energy is like this right now. So this looks like 3 months. The Fool is saying how you're feeling lighter, you're traveling lighter, you don't need any heavy, you don't need any heavy energy or anything like that. Come on, come down. You don't need any heavy energies to carry around. You don't need to carry things around from the past. You're feeling light, bright, and sprite. Like you're just realizing I don't have to take everything with me. I don't have to hoard feelings. I don't need to hoard emotions, past hurts. I don't need so many things also in my house. You know, it's like, let's start to get rid of things before the holiday seasons. You don't need so many tchotchkes and clothes. So you're streamlining and really making things a simpler process. Again, I love this. I'm definitely seeing 3 months as the time that you're meeting as well. 10 of Cups. This person right now, I also feel like this momentum is being built for you feeling fulfilled, you feeling emotionally stable, you feeling together, you feeling loved, and you feeling like the world is at your fingertips, because it is your time. You're right on the precipice of all these great things, these great connections with families, breakthroughs, job, great money and abundance coming in. You just feeling utterly fulfilled and balanced. And part of it is this energy. You feel divinely protected and guided. You feel loved and cared for. You feel like you're really on the right path, purpose. You feel that, you really have everything that it takes. So let's get one more for personality on them. Okay, so King of Cups. So very emotionally intelligent, very solid, somebody you can go into, very trustworthy, somebody who understands deep feelings, somebody who can communicate beautifully, somebody who is an organic, fantastic listener. You know what I mean? But like they really take it in and they have a fresh perspective and they come out with great ideas for you. They really care about who you are, where you're going. The cat is now trying to attack the tripod. Who you are, where you're going, and what you want. Just very, very caring. So I'm loving that energy for you, Group 3. Again, 3 months. Look at these signs. Beautiful. Canadian and Irish. The cat's about to destroy everything. So I am going to say love and light. All my links are down below. I hope you like this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Everything is down there. I'm going to go kill her. Love and light.